Assalamu alaikum. My name is Abdul Khalik Darwish. My dear friends and fellows, all of us want to be happy, all of us want to be successful, all of us want to reach somewhere else. Each one of us have a destination, and each one of us to live honorably and respectfully here in this world. All of us want to be equal to others, rather, we want to slightly go ahead of others as well. So, that is the case with each and every one of us, my dear friends and fellows. Now, there are certain reasons and there are certain hurdles which are not allowing us to move forward, to become somebody we wanted to become, to achieve something we wanted to achieve, to reach somewhere we wanted to reach. There are certain hurdles, there are certain difficulties, there are certain problems, and those problems are, usually the lack of resources, the lack of resources on the one hand, and not having enough motivation, and also not being very disciplined, also not being very capable or talented in the eyes of someone else. So what is the biggest of all these troubles? I think the biggest one in the eyes of the people is the lack of the resources, the dearth and the shortage of the resources, the finances and the help of the people. I think all of these things are really important. Excuse me. I don't deny the importance of any of these, but let me tell you one thing, that the biggest hurdle, the biggest ever hurdle on our way to success is we ourselves. The biggest ever hurdle on our way to success is we ourselves. That is the biggest ever hurdle, and how and why. Let's talk about it, my dear friends and fellows. I am of the view that our own bad habits are the biggest ever reason, the biggest ever single reason why we are unable to make a good amount of progress, why we are unable to achieve what we wanted to achieve, to reach where we wanted to reach. Our own bad habits are the worst kind of enemies we have ever got. As for the external enemies are concerned, I don't suggest that we should be making the enemies at all. We should not be having the enemies at all. But at the same time, we are creating the enemy within, and this enemy within is the worst kind of enemy ever, because it is, because it is lurking around 24/7, and for that reason we are very much vulnerable, we are under great threat by this trouble, and that is the bad habits. Our today's discussion is how to deal, how to somehow overcome, how to manage the bad habits, because these bad habits, the worst kind of enemies we can ever encounter. Now, like every discussion here on this channel, I have chosen a very useful and beneficial article on the subject, and this is actually the opinion of an expert. The name of the expert is Timothy.J.Legg. He is a PhD on the related subject and has done quite a valuable work on the related subject. And as for the caption of this beautiful article is how to break a habit and stick to it, 15 ways of doing that, 15 ways about how to break a bad habit, and how to break a habit and stick to it. There are 15 ways. All of these are helpful. The more we practice, the deeply we practice each of these 15, I think the easier it would be for us, rather the more effective it would be for us to somehow successfully overcome all of those bad habits. Now look upon all of those bad habits one by one. First of all, the writer says, identify your triggers. Identify your triggers mean कि what lead you toward that particular bad habit. If at all it is smoking, drinking, or any other bad habit, I think that we need to know what takes me there, and that is something very basic, very initial. And the next is focus on what you want to change. Focus on what you want to change. So we need to have a clear definition of what I want to get rid of and what I want to change, and then obviously, it is the identification of the triggers, what are the bad habits of mine which takes me towards that. I need to know, I need to understand that, because unless and until I do that, I think I will not be able to succeed at all. Now the number three is enlist a friend's sport. Enlist a friend's mean take a friend on board. Mean how, if at all somebody have the same sort of habit and they too want to get rid of it, you both of you can join hand in that respect, and sharing the knowledge, the information, and having quite a lot of cooperation, and prior to that quite a lot of discussion, how can we get rid of that, what will help us. And it is really useful if at all more than one people are trying to change a habit. It is like you want to go somewhere else and you have taken a person along with you, and obviously this will be very helpful indeed if at all we have taken someone else along with us, and we can reach our destination in a better way. Now the number four is practice mindfulness. What is this mindfulness? It is like being aware of what is going on inside me, inside my head, what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling. That is a mindfulness. Also, that I don't need to dwell in the past. Whatever happened in the past, I need to learn certain things out of that and then leave it behind. As for the future is concerned, I think we need to prepare well for all that, but we need to focus upon our today. We need to do the meditation, not to do the overthinking at all, because this overthinking is the most dangerous thing ever, my dear friends and fellows. It is a practice mindfulness. And the fifth is replace the habit with a different one. But like if at all you are removing a bad habit, now you can add a good habit as well, which will be beneficial, or which will help you, or which will motivate you to stay away from that habit. It is like you are drinking the soda after every meal. I think if at all you want to break it, what we need to do is that we can replace it with the fresh juice, or with the plain water, or something else. Somehow we can do that with the lemon juice, and so that we need to give ourselves, if give something else in return for that, and that help really. And providing something else in against what we want to get rid of. But we must remember that the new thing we are taking in must not be a bad thing at all, and it should be neutral or beneficial, my dear friends. Now the next is leave yourself a reminder. Number six, leave yourself a reminder. What is this, by the way? Again I return to that if at all, like it is written on the cigarette packs that smoking is injurious to health, and it can cause the cancer of the mouth. And I think that every time we go toward smoking, we need to look upon it. We need to look, and if at all you are drinking the soda, and it's good to write on your refrigerator that soda is bad, I dislike it, I want to get rid of it. It is something really dirty, and it is really something disgusting. I hate it. Something like that. Like the government here in Pakistan and other countries, they do write the warning on the packet of the cigarette. And this is leave yourself reminders. Number seven, let go of all or nothing mindset. What is this mindset of all and nothing or nothing? This actually means that if at all there are two people and both of these are smoking one packet of the cigarettes, 20 cigarettes in it. One person has reduced one cigarette out of the 20. Now she is smoking the 19. The other person is telling them that I shall either totally quit it, or I shall keep smoking the 20 cigarettes, while the person who was smoking the 19, now he has come to the 18, and gradually they are trying to reduce with the passage of time. This approach really works. So we need to get rid of all or nothing mindset. Now the number eight is start small. Start small again. I shall like to put forward the same sort of example. And if at all you are smoking some 20 cigarettes a day, we need to reduce it to 19 and stick to it for one full week. And coming week, bring it back to the 18 cigarettes a day. And the next week, after exactly then seven more days, bring it back to 17. And this way it will be very easy and it will be very convenient, and we can do it on a regular basis as well. That is, start small. Start small. And the number 9 is change your environment. What is this, by the way? If at all there is a group of friends who are drinking on a daily, on a regular, on a weekly, whatever, and you want to get rid of it, change the company. Stop meeting these people and now join another company which does not smoke. So change your environment. So, and don't go somewhere where there are chances that you will be slip and you will start doing the same thing. And now the 10th is visualize yourself breaking that habit, breaking the habit. What does it help? Yes, indeed, psychologically, mentally, it does help. Whatever help you psychologically, mentally, it automatically help you practically and physically. And it will actually, if at all we are visualizing it, it will go right into our subconscious mind, and the subconscious mind will be a greater help. Indeed, our subconscious mind will be a greater help indeed, my dear friends and fellows. And as far this thing is concerned, now the next is practice self-care. What is this self-care? Mean, if at all other people are not taking care of me, no problem. I need to take care of me. I need to provide myself with the right sort of nutritious diet. I need to sleep well. I need to take rest in the midday, etc., etc., etc. I need to take shower on a daily basis. I need to change clothing. So I need to take care of. You need to take care of yourself. Everyone else need to take care of themselves. Dear friends and fellows, practice self care. Now, the 12th is motivate yourself with rewards for success. What is this? Motivate yourself with rewards for success. Mean, reward yourself. Tell yourself that I will be rewarding you, and I will be giving something which I like, which I love, which I want to have, which I want to use, which I want to drink, eat, and wherever I want to reward yourself, and even reward yourself really. And this way, actually, if at all there is a prize, there is a prize, and prize will keep motivating us. We want to get motivated here really. And the next is and the 13th is know that you don't have to do it alone. What is meant by this? It actually means that seek the help of a professional. Seek the help of a professional. It will make the things easier. Now, the number 14, give it time. Mean, whatever bad habit you have developed over a period of time, and now it will take time before we are totally free from that. And like gradually keep improving and keep getting rid of that. And this is how, give it time. The fifth, excuse me, the 15th and the last is prepare for slip ups. The slip up might happen. Prepare for slip ups. Slip ups might happen. So don't be worried about it. But try to, after every slip up, try to understand why did it happen? What triggered it? How can I protect myself from it in the future? And that is really important. Do not say that I can't get rid of it. I shall never be able to do that because I have restarted it. I think that we need to keep trying. We need to keep ourselves very hopeful. Rather, we need to have belief in ourselves, in the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that I shall inshallah totally succeed. Absolutely, I shall succeed in getting myself free from that, and I shall be able to break that bad habit. I shall be able to get free myself, and that is something. This is one of the best articles ever. I think that because the bad habits, each one of us having certain bad habits, we need to get rid of these bad habits. These bad habits are our own worst enemies. So today, our today's article will help us a lot in that respect. How to break a habit and stick to it. 15 simple ways to do that. Thank you.